Hello, everyone. This is Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'm sorry it took so long to come again. I just need to stop apologizing and come when I can, and that's what I'm going to have to do. But anyway, I'm so grateful for you and how you come to my website. I was really excited about someone that came, Dr. Greer came to my website, and she told me that she was listening to my exercise songs, and that really made me feel good. And I just appreciate all the emails and things that you all sent over my way, and I'm telling you, they come right on time. I don't talk to a lot of people that email me, but I'm grateful for the response that you all show, and just the support that you all have given me regarding my weight loss journey. And it's just really good. I just want to talk today about what happens when we make wrong decisions. And so my topic would be a conscience decision, a choice that you choose to make. You choose it based upon, most of the time, our feelings, our emotions, what's going through our mind at the time. And so, what happened with my weight loss journey, I'm grateful for the fact that I'm still trying to do the right thing. And but I came to a fork in the road. I mean, as long as I have been on this journey since 2015, I came to a fork in the road. And I just said, you know what? Forget it. I was in so much pain in my body and my back, and I felt like I just went all the way back to the beginning. And so I said, you know what? I'm not going to do it anymore. But a conscious decision based upon right and wrong thinking, if we take time to just evaluate where we've been, where we're trying to go, and what's really going on, not only in our bodies but in our mind. So what happened with me is that I went so far back with my back, with the pain. And I'm serious, talking about my back a lot of times, but that's the thing that really bothers me the most as far as my physical body. And when my physical body is out of sync, my mind just does not function right as far as my thinking. So my back can hurt me sometimes like crazy. And so that was what was happening, and I was laying in the bed, and I felt like, excuse me, that I went back to square number one, and I couldn't get the nerve in my leg to just stop jumping. And what I did was I just got up one Thursday night, and I made a decision. I'm not going to do this no more, and I came in my office, and I got online, and I went to walmart.com, and I ordered my grocery, and I got me some bread and mayonnaise. I just got some chips, whatever I wanted that I have not been eating for 5 years. I went back. And so I ordered this bread and this large thing of mayonnaise. Now, if you haven't been following me, you don't know that my weight went up to over 400 pounds, a little bit over 4, not way over 4, but 400 is really way over. But my weight went up, and what I was doing was, because the pain was so hard and heavy on me and in my back, and I couldn't really fix food like I wanted to, I would buy loaves of bread, and I would put mayonnaise on the bread, and I would make stacks of bread and put it in a bag and get my walker and have sodas and chips and come in my room, and that's what I lived on. And so it was an emotional thing, but at the same time it was because I wasn't able to cook nothing. I wasn't able to take care of myself like I should, and I didn't even care. I love mayonnaise, so that's what I did. I would take stacks of bread and I put it on there, and I just put a whole lot of mayonnaise, and I would just eat, eat, eat. So when I went out to the website Walmart.com, I bought me some bread, a loaf of bread, but I did look on the back to see how many carbs and sugar and calories it was. And I bought this big jar of mayonnaise. And so when I bought this big jar of mayonnaise and this bread, I was going to just start doing what I used to do, because my back was hurting me so bad, even though I had bought food a couple weeks before so that I could manage by getting around. It didn't matter. I came to the place where I don't care. That is a very dangerous statement. Trust me. It's very dangerous when we get to the point where we don't care. And so, anyway, I brought it and I looked at it and I put the mayonnaise in my refrigerator, and I haven't bought mayonnaise since 2015. And so I put the mayonnaise in my refrigerator and I looked and I left it there, and I had made some tuna the day that it came, and so I just said, well, I'll just open the mayonnaise and put some of the mayonnaise in the tuna, and I did. And then the next day I was just going to start on my journey of doing what I used to do, just going back. The only thing I didn't get was some Coke. I have not had Coke in my body since 2015. I'm talking about a conscience decision. And so the pain was so real and so hard, and I felt so defeated. I felt defeated in what I was trying to do. So the next night, I was in the bed, and I said, I'm going to eat what I want. But then I left the mayonnaise and the bread. I just left it there. And then I went to church that Sunday, and I asked my friend if he would take me across the street to Circle K, and he did. I got this huge almond chocolate Hershey bar. I got this muffin, and I ate the muffin on the way to church, and I saved the chocolate until I got home. I was going to just eat anything I wanted to eat. So when I got home, I did. I ate the muffin. And so when Marty called me, I said, Marty, I was eating chips. I just didn't go to the mayonnaise thing. And I said, I'm just eating anything that I want to eat. And I wanted her to say something to me. And so she was saying, well, Dorcas, it's probably your nerves. And I said, yeah, you're right. But that didn't satisfy me feeling the way that I was feeling. So anyway, I still didn't touch the mayonnaise. I went out there and I had something, broccoli or whatever, and some eggs or whatever, and I kept looking at that mayonnaise and I kept looking at that bread. And so that night when I went to bed and I got into bed and I realized, I said, Dorcas, you've come a long ways. Are you willing to go back? And I stopped and I thought about it and I said, I don't care. That's exactly what I said. I said, I don't care. And so then I went on to sleep that night, and I woke up and I said, God, I just don't understand what happened in this process that I can hardly sleep at night and I'm not walking good anymore. I felt so defeated and so depleted at the same time. So when I was laying in the bed, it was like I just heard my own words, Dorcas, don't go back. Don't go back. It's not worth you going back. You're going to be okay. Don't go back. So I laid there and I was like, I already went back. No, you have not went all the way back. You have made some bad choices based upon what you have been used to doing, but don't go back. Don't go back to the mayonnaise and eating all that bread. Do not go back. And so I was laying there in the bed and tears just started running down my face. I said, God, you've been too good to me for me to go back. I mean, there's been times, hard times, and I've never did what I did this time. But this time, it was devastating to me what happened to me. And so I laid there in the bed and I thought about how God has been just watching over me and allowing me to live on my own for all these years, and the people that have supported me and the website, and I said, I can't keep vacillating over this website, whether I'm going to put it up, take it down, put it up, take it down. I can't keep going back and forth. So I said, God, I won't go back. I got up in the middle of the night and I went in the kitchen. I opened the refrigerator. I took the bread and I threw it in the trash. I took a big thing of new mayonnaise and I put it in the trash because I knew that was the wrong choice that I was making. But I was making the choice out of pain. What happens when we make choices out of pain? Sometimes we just have to be still. And sometimes the pain is so real, it's so hard, it keeps coming and coming and coming. And we feel like we're a failure and we messed up and we made the wrong decision. But I promise you that if you just stop for a moment and really don't make decisions out of pain. And that's what I tried really not to do. But I'm telling you, I just didn't care. The words I don't care are poison. Especially when you're saying it out of pain. Because when we're saying I don't care out of pain, we will just do whatever our mind is telling us to do, whether it's right or wrong. We will make choices that will sometimes cause us to look back on what we did and regret the whole thing. I just wanted to come on and tell you that don't regret it later. Stop. Pay attention to what's really happening. I don't care. It might not be weight. It could be relationships. Don't make decisions out of pain, out of conflict. Conflict is a better word. Out of conflict and something that's hurting our heart. and making us feel like, you know what, it's not worth it. And 9 times out of 10, when we're telling ourselves it's not worth it, it's because we really realize that it is worth it, but we just don't want to experience the pain. One thing I learned about pain is that pain will go away if we change our thinking. And it'll go away anyway, because what happened was, out of the pain, I started putting ice and heat on my back and still struggling with what had happened. But out of all of that, every day, my back was getting a little bit better. And I came back a couple days ago. I went to church again, but I didn't get no chocolate and all that other jive. But I went to church and I was sitting there on the pews, and my sciatica was just jumping and jumping and jumping. That's just last Sunday. And I said, I still won't go back. And somebody asked me, Dorcas, do you need ice? Are you okay? I said, I'm fine. I was determined. I am not going back to sitting on a pillow and sitting on ice in the church. I was going to deal with my pain. And couldn't do my stretches like I used to because my back, I'm telling you, it was tore up. Not tore up, but it didn't feel right. And so I sat there, and when church was over, I came home and I got up off my back. And today is what? Today is Wednesday. So Sunday night I got up and I said, I want an apple. I had laid down and I had my dinner before I laid down. And later on I wanted an apple. So I got up and my back was feeling so different. And I said, maybe I can walk in the kitchen and get this apple without my walker. And I'm telling you, I walked in the kitchen without my walker and I could get an apple. Now that might not sound like nothing, but when you are laying on your walker trying to get from point A to point B and don't have nobody to help you do nothing, it is major. And I got the apple and I walked back and I was like, woo! I ate the apple out there and I came back. And what I want to say is pain is real. Don't act like it's not. Deal with it. But deal with it from the vantage point of there is hope. Even though I didn't feel like there was hope, deep down on the inside of me, I knew that God didn't bring me this far to leave me. And I knew that if I went back, I would have to start all over. But that wasn't the only thing that caused me to put the bread and the mayonnaise in the trash can. It was because I was determined to move forward. What are you determined to move forward in your life? It could be your business. It could be your finances. It could be your marriage. We all have things that we struggle with. Struggle is a part of life. But don't give up. One of my sayings is, and I'm getting ready to get off, never give up, never. Never give up, never. Keep trying. And even though that's what I felt like, I done did this for all these years, and now look, I'm back in square one. You're never back in square one. I don't care what happens to it. We're never back in square one. We're just in another position. It might be similar to what we have experienced, but if you've ever experienced victory, you are never in square one. If you have ever experienced love in your marriage, you are never in square one. If you have ever been debt free, you are never in square one. You might have to do some things different, which we all do. I know what it felt like to be debt free. So I'm working to get my finances in order because I don't have the money that I used to have. But we are never in square one. And that's where I believe that the mind plays tricks on us, because it wants us to think you are not doing nothing, you are not progressing. But we are progressing. We are moving forward. We are making right decisions. We are worthy of love. We are worthy of our finances being in order. We are worthy of paying our bills on time. We are worthy of these things, being people of integrity. Don't let nobody fool you that you're not worth it, because I just came back to come online to let you know that you are worth it. Don't stop here. Keep going. Don't go back. Keep going forward. And yes, it hurts. And I can't do anything about the car accident that happened to me. I can't do anything about my back that happened to me with my spine. But what I can do is I can work on tomorrow. I can work on today. Keep working at your relationships. Keep working if you're on saying, I'm trying to get some weight off. Don't let nobody stop you and tell you that you can't make it. Don't let the pain on the inside of you that make you think that you're not worth it. You are worth it. I'm telling you, I've been dealing with this weight since 2015. I'm not there where I want to be. I'm not there where I thought I need to be. But I'm telling you, the more weight that I get off, the better my back feels. So that's why I realized, Dorcas, you have gotten weight off of you and you feel better. Hold on, because change sometimes hurt. It don't feel good. When we are changing, life shifts, but keep on going. I'm telling you, be encouraged. Even though we mess up and we may do things that we regret, get back in the race. Get back in the race. Come on, we're doing this together. We can and we will be victorious. Hey, this has been Dorcas Chandler at dorcasgazelle.com. And if nobody have told you today that they love you, I love you. And I hope you all have a wonderful life. And remember, just keep at it. Don't go back. And even if you go back, when you look forward and see that that's where you're supposed to be going, keep walking. All righty. Until next time, Dorcas Chandler.